Hey everyone, this is Gus. Welcome to this transmission, you can say that. And before that, let me put the microphone where it's supposed to be, which is right here. Let me put my thing for the noise. Well, hey again, guys. This is Gus, and welcome to the transmission of Concept Art Hero from Hero. Yeah. This is Gus, I'm a professional illustrator, and what we are doing is some sort of classes, you can say that, but it's pretty much some sort of I invite you to draw with me. So what I'm doing right now is finishing some artwork that I already did. Well, a little background about me for somebody who doesn't know about me is I'm a professional illustrator. Yes, I'm a professional illustrator. And let me do something before, which is gonna be giving you my back for a minute or two, and I'm gonna go to my Facebook. Then I'm gonna go to my little friend here, my Wacom, start virtual account. So I have my virtual account working, and I'm gonna start a live video. Go live, select, and so what is my video source? No, it's not. No, it's Streamlabs desktop virtual.com. Yes, I'm on Facebook right now, and I'll go live. Yeah, where's the title? Oh, the title. Right, we go. So I'm going right now, and well, I guess it's I'm starting. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. No, yep. Welcome back. Again, this is Gus. I'm a professional illustrator, and this is for the part of the guys on Facebook. Yeah. Well, I just forgot to activate my virtual webcam and start doing this thing for Facebook. Well, anyway, as I was telling you since the beginning of my transmission of this kind of video blog, or something like that, well, is that I've been using this medium to try to express my art. What I'm doing, I'm an illustrator. And what we are doing is making ourselves into the terrain, the obscure and weird terrain of the concept art. Oh, by the way, concept art. Yeah, that's one of my creations. Is some of my merch that is gonna be pretty soon. It's gonna be so and the website probably social media. Anyway, so what is concept art? Actually, concept art is making into an image in a shape something that wasn't there at the beginning. I mean, somebody give you a description or an idea of some sort of character, pretty much, or sometimes might be a monster or something like that, and you will start doing something with it, like putting some flesh and bones to that thing. If you are a 3D artist, you will work first with the 2D imagery of that thing. You know how it looks from front, side, back, that kind of stuff. Then you will go to try 3D and look for the textures and something. But the texture is also in the concept art part. Yeah, because the concept art part is not like a line art. It's not black and white. The concept art part has colors too. So the concept artist is pretty much the main little, role, little part, a little in green of the machinery. It's the one that moves everything. Because without the concept art, 3D artist doesn't know what is it. Game artist, game, they don't have the 3D concept or whatever. And the texturizer, the guy that will do the texture, to rig that thing, will know what is this about. He has hair, doesn't have hair, scaly, that kind of stuff. What's the guy skiing? He has light, no? Is mechanica? Is a mecha? You don't know. You won't possibly know unless you are concept artist, rigger, probably the 3D artist. But that never happens. It's just one specialist for every step of the process. So first is the creator. The creator is not necessarily the concept artist. It's not necessarily the guy who knows how to draw. It's the guy of the main idea. It's the guy who wants to conceptualize the concept abstractions of the character. Let's say the character is a blogger. It's the kind of it's the kind of spring abstract, like a greenish or something like that, and it's glow in the dark. Okay, that might be your main character. And the concept artist will try to make this and your descriptions. Sometimes descriptions are as vague as small red eyes, big fangs, four fangs, two on each side, and probably the length of the mouth is go from ear to ear. That's it. And it's a girl. So you have to create something based on that. You start with the obvious, and then you just progressing, until probably the art director says, hey, I like that thing. And then it will go to the 3D artist, and nowadays 3D artists can do pretty much everything. So yeah. And then it will have a licensing sound. But the conceptualizer of the director, of the main producer, of the creative producer, or whoever is the guy who has the main idea about this character. But before that, but after that, the concept artist is the most important piece on the grain. But this machinery, because he is the one who will put an image, a recognizable image, something that you can see actually, you can watch, or you can have a recognizable shape of this object for the character, or pretty much the character. Because before that, it was just a description. A description that it looks good in a novel, but in the real world, you know that humankind, we are more prone to it. So you are the most important part. The same with illustrators. We are concept artists all the time. They give you, for example, I'm an illustrator for children's books. I'm illustrator for pretty much any book. But sometimes they tell me, oh yeah, we want this alien. It looks like the Grace, but it's not the Grace. It has this kind of human-like figures. But we want like this, to have this kind of nose. So you have to put that in your idea and embellish it. And make it that sometimes ridiculous ideas like, oh, it has like 8 fingers per hand. So you have to make that look nice. I mean, you have to look pretty badass, pretty cool. So you have to convert their idea into something that is probable, or at least not probable, because still, it's 2D. And it's something that you can just recognize or say, oh, looks like an alien, I like that guy. Yeah. So that happened with every single character, every single style. Even though you are creating your own comics, you have an idea what your character is. It's a melancholic character, is over the edge kind of character, is a character that is, everywhere pretty much. No. What is your character about on Android is not what it is. It's a biologist kind of thing. It has biology in it. It's kind of living organism, or it's just pure makeup. So anyway, that is the main of the concept art. So the concept artist should be versed in everything. I mean, you should be a well-read guy. I mean, well-educated. If you are not, you better start now. Like try to watch your interest in YouTube or whatever the interest is in the area you want to specialize with. For example, you want to be specialized in steampunk. What I'm doing steampunk. Maybe you're doing some steampunk next week. Let me know what kind of steampunk you want to see. Just put it in the description of this video, or send me a message, or whatever. If you can send me a message right now, send me. Oh, by the way, I just remember something. I have to put my Restream chat on. So I'm gonna put my Restream chat. Let me see. So let me know, guys, if you are watching this on YouTube. Okay, we're on YouTube. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you are watching this. My Restream chat just changed the UI, so I don't understand that much too. Right. So just remember, ask me anything you want to know, and I will gladly answer that over the stream or during that. Well, what part we were? Okay, so you have to create pretty much everything if you are a concept artist. So you have to start reading. For example, I was telling you about steampunk. Yeah, you want to know about steampunk, you start going to the best place to see some kind of imagery of steampunk, which is Google. Or Google Images. Or Pinterest, the best friend of an artist. You can have a lot of models. I mean, a lot of models. From bikini girls to samurai girls to stylists and other illustrators or concept artists. You can find anything from comics and manga, anime, whatever. Those images are all over there in Pinterest. And you can just capture it and put it onto Restream.io, onto PureRef, which is your reference board or mood board. So you can have that. You can do that. Actually, that's the best way to do this. But let's say that you want to know all about this steampunk. There's many resources that are for free. You can just find free books about steampunk. Not only steampunk, but if you are doing like some research about steampunk, Pinterest is the best option. So you can start from the architecture, from the machinery, from what is the concept of steampunk. So since you start with that concept of steampunk, you will start doing that thing. Okay? And then you will do your portfolio based on that. So I have my portfolio divided into two things. Whatever I like, which is very much a lot of the style, because I'm not married with one volume in graphic art. But, and my stuff for kids. That is pretty much several styles. But I have one that I love. It's the one that I have the most. So my clients, the guys that I send my portfolio, they will check on them. And they will decide which one is the best. So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, if you are going to be part of this concept art movement, you better be well educated about whatever the thing you are trying to do. For example, if you are trying to do something that has to do with, let's say, what is that? Oh yeah, medieval things. You should start doing research about medieval. Yeah. If you are creating a medieval character, it's not just putting in armor. You know what part of time armors were probably non-existing in medieval times? Yeah, pretty much from 1200 to 1300. Until 1300, from 1300 and up, we will have armors, plate armor. Lower than that, pretty much more. That's it. More. Some armor, light armor, not much of the armor, no the armor. The armor that we know in the knights that looks like the movie Excalibur from 1980s, and that's pretty much 15 to 1600. Pretty much 1501 to probably 1599. Yeah. probably 1492, 1493. It depends. Because many of those armors and the most arabesque kind of Baroque armors are from 1600. And they were their idea of body armor right now. I mean, the body armor suit that has the special forces are pretty much most modern, armies in the world. That is the medieval idea of that. But you should know you are going to be a concept artist. Also, the gun. Somebody told you, oh, I need to design guns for this game. So you can just go here and try to do the steampunky thingy. But always you have to make guns that are recognizable for the public. I mean, a rifle is a rifle. You can just replenish that thing from arabesque and this kind of like a engraved kind of stuff. But it still is a rifle. A revolver is a revolver. It doesn't matter. This is big and small. This is hyper futuristic, like the revolvers that you can see in Blade Runner movie, or is it something like more like the Legend of the Zorro kind of revolvers that they were totally engraved? Well, that depends on your vision, on what your client is looking for. So when you do an illustration, you have to be the concept artist. You have to have the idea of the client, because the client can tell you, I want to have a girl, in a nice bikini, sit on a motorcycle. What kind of motorcycle? What time frame of motorcycles? 30s, 40s, 10, 1910, 19th century, 21st century, 27th century. What kind of motorcycle? Like the speeders, like the one for the Star Wars saga. No. What kind of motorcycle are you looking for? Is a motorcycle or a bicycle with with an engine? Motorcycle. That kind? Yeah. It's a steampunk thing. So you have to ask those questions. Is the girl gonna be, kind of naked like the very small bikinis that nowadays they are using? Or is it going to be a bikini like the 1920s? Or is it going to be my idea of a steampunk bikini? So you have to do your own research. That is when a real artist does. It's not like they ask you for an idea and you brought that idea to completion in less than 20 minutes. No, sometimes it will take at least an hour. So you have to just start doing sketches from the obvious and doing embellishment. And adding to that thing. That is pretty much fun. So, being said that, well, again, this is Gus. I'm a professional illustrator, and let me remind you that this program is brought to you by Click Studio Paint. Good thing, Click Studio Paint right now is the version 2. And for those of us who has Click Studio Paint Pro version 1, guess what? You can have the version 2 for just $20. So there is a link in the description of this video. You can just go to Click Studio Paint. Now let me show you why is this so important. Well, this is Click Studio Paint. Click Studio Paint right now has a very nice special or introductory special for the version 2. So right now the version 2 is out. I have to update this video. Sorry. Well, right now version 2 is out. So you better do something with this. So let me go and see my... So this is, as you can see, Click Studio Paint is the program that I've been using all this time. All this time I've been doing Click Studio Paint, and you can see Click Studio Paint that you can use it as illustrator, concept artist, comic, manga. It has tips and tools for 3D. You can just revolutionize the world of this. And good thing is just $50. If you're gonna buy first time right now, they have an ongoing discount, a very good one, and you can just buy it for a fraction. It's not even for the same price. That is the greatest thing about this. The other thing is that Click Studio Paint is, my humble opinion, way better than Photoshop. How is better than Photoshop? Well, better than Photoshop. Well, let me tell you how. Well, because Click Studio Paint don't cost you like $240 per month or something like that, and because Click Studio Paint is just the Paint Pro, which is 50 or 60 bucks, and the Click Studio Paint X, which is $200 or so. But the difference, the main difference between them is something that you're gonna love. The main difference between them is just more tools. Yeah, I'm not telling you that the Click Studio Paint Pro is the lesser version, because I am been using all this time Click Studio Paint Pro. The good thing about Click Studio Paint Pro EX, the X version, is that you can make manga, unlimited pages, and you can do animation too, pretty much like Krita. The difference is Krita has a learning curve that is, it's a pain, but Click Studio Paint doesn't. It's pretty much easier, very user friendly, pretty much with us artists that we can classify ourselves as users, dummies sometimes. So yeah, that is the good thing and the beauty about Click Studio Paint. And you can just go right now. They have an ongoing special right now, and you can have it for a fraction. Being said that, let's go back to or we're just turning on Click Studio Paint, and this is what we just did last time. This is my Landesneck. This is my Landesneck Leprechaun, and we are trying to solve the problem. So let me remind you what we did with this. Okay, first we start doing a nice and beauty. This is a nice and beauty sketch. Then for the sketch, we go to the line art, pretty much inks. And then we're gonna do this, and we just jump to this. So this is it. This is what you need to do. And what we are going to do is the main lines. While we are doing the main lines, let me show you what the main lines is, what I'm talking about. Well, main lines is pretty much what I'm gonna do with this line art, and I'm gonna do with the new one actually, is we are going to start constructing these lines that separate pretty much the object. So yeah, let's see. We are going to start, and oh no, this is sorry, this is this is pretty much I need the ink. Okay, this is the ink. I have so many stuff, I don't know. Okay, so we are doing this. So right now we're doing this. We are separating these things. This is what is called atmospheric perspective. The atmospheric perspective is pretty much when you use thicker so you go this. Okay. So we are doing right now is separating this part. Separating this part, and we are just making this part. So we are doing this, we're making this here, here. Okay. So yeah, we did. So we will stop here. Here we will this little we just need to do this. Right now it looks pretty much like a comic. I did some texture here, but it looks pretty much like a comic in some parts. But we don't want that. We just want this to look the other way. So yeah, this black lines everywhere, they came to separate, you know, for example, the ear from the from this, because it's not like this. Okay. Yep. hmm So what we're doing right now is let me tell you my method. What we are doing right now is what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do is duplicate these layers. We're gonna duplicate this layer, and we just leave whatever we have before. We merge these layers. We convert them in just one. Merge selected layer. Okay. And we will continue to create the shadows, shades of this, because we are doing the shade. Oh, but what we are doing right now is we are creating one. Oh, sorry. We are creating one, and we are changing the colors. Let me show you how. It's so easy. It's not even funny. This Photoshop. So since the guy has like a this, let me see how it looks. No, guess we'll look a little. Yeah, this is way better. So parts where he has the, you know, so this guy is gonna be like this. Okay. And make this a little bigger. Yeah, and pretty much we're doing the same with this. Okay. We're just changing these things. Oh, by the way, let me get rid of this. Where is this? Okay. So we are going to be in this part. Sorry. So this is an intermediate color. It's still black. It's still kind of a like a darker color, but this is an intermediate color because I can use this also for the shade. But for example, let's say I'm gonna make this here, and this part here. Yeah, a little better. Let me save this. I have been having problems in the future, in the past, so I don't want those problems back at me ever again. So, for example, we are doing this. It's kind of like it's like a brown. What is? It's like a dark brown. I'm gonna use this dark brown in these areas. Try to, you know, my colors in a better way. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let me do this. See, it has a different texture, a different color. So you know what color is related to what. The good thing is this is something that we've been working on, you know, all the time later on. Okay. No, it's still a little. This is better. Yeah, it's a gray instead of a black. So we are getting rid of the black. So we don't want the black anyway. So we are going to get rid of the black and try to put in the blacks in another place. Yeah. Try to put the black in another place and do a gray instead. Very blackish. No. So yeah, this is okay. And the bluish. Let's see, it's bluish. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So let me show you this a little smaller. So you see, for many people, this is the illustration is ready, is done. Now for me, I'm gonna start doing some change. So this is what is the this and okay. So what we're gonna do since we are here, and this is the multiply part. So let me get this first. Oh yeah, that's too big. Make it smaller. Smaller. Let me open my program. What's the name of the program? Let me open Pure Red. Okay, so we're doing this. Let me go here and I'm gonna look for this. What is that? Okay, what is that? Where I put it? Oh yeah, I need to go to a Pure Red. Pure Red. Open Pure Red. Yeah, let's open Pure Red right now. Okay, low reason. Yeah, there we go. So okay, so let's start making whatever we're gonna do with this. So, so this is the multiply shape and multiply. Okay, so let me get this. So let's try to make this. Okay, so Okay. Okay. Now we are doing some of this. Hmm. Okay. Looking better. Okay, this one is better. Okay, let's do this. Mm-hmm. What we're doing right now, I'm using this kind of blender. It's the painterly blender, and it looks pretty good. I could swear that I didn't see it before, but I probably am. I'm just, confused. And I did it before, and I see it, and I use it, but I don't remember. But I kind of like it. I like the texture that can give the artist this kind of blender. This is the blender I'm doing. Por favor. So yeah, this looks like a bunch of lines, but we'll change some texture here. Let's see, probably a little smaller. Yeah, something like this. Okay. Now we'll have okay. So yeah, see you guys. Looks way better. Let me see how's my yeah. So this one, yeah, that looks way better. So what we're gonna do right now is this is the next one, and is we make this into one, merge selection layers, and then we let me duplicate this layer. We always duplicate layers because we don't know how the layer how it, they might have some problem, and then we'll you know merge these layers. These two layers will be merged. Okay, so we have these layers merged, and let me make this smaller, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. Okay, we start, so we are merging these two layers. We are just some sort of like blending these two layers. So the black lines for they're gonna be blended. We don't have a black lines. We will have like a one line. Here it is. Oh, sorry. We have to. No. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what we are doing. Yeah. Actually, when you do this sort of thing in, let's say, in real painting, I mean, in real world painting, like real acrylics, not the ones that we are using. It's kind of digital stuff. I mean, real world, three-dimensional world. They won't look like this. Oh, by the way, let me put in multiply because I like more of the multiplied aspect of this. So this is like you're doing the thing. For many people, this is done. So I have to do a little more of this, and this is pretty much done. So we are just getting out of the comic stuff, getting a little more of the one that looks like. Yeah, for many people, this is done, but no, it's not done. You have to do some sort of things in order to make this guy, feel. So if you never use digital, but you know how to paint in oils, let's say on acrylics,
You can just transform your experiences, your techniques into digital. But if you never have done like traditional art and you are in digital, you only use stuff that you just learn in the university or in the videos about doing the digital. You have no idea there is other techniques that you can just, transplant to this world. I mean, the digital world. So you can use using here, and sometimes these techniques give you a nice texture and things. But you don't know much about it because you never use it. For that reason is my insistence if you are doing this kind of art, start also doing traditional. There is many uses for the traditional tools that you can just transform into digital because we use the same tools. I mean, I'm using right now here. I'm using blenders. That is for not for digital. They started using blenders centuries ago, pretty much in the realm of the. Many of these techniques to do in the art, they are somewhat unfamiliar for many people that never done this kind of sort of techniques in the traditional. They are familiar. But if you never use it, you weren't, stuck all your life started doing art with digital, you just miss the point. You just don't know how to use this. Because before controlling the pressure in your electronic pencil, you used to use blenders all the time. Yeah, I can say that we have finished some parts here. Let me go here. Let me finish, fixing this part. Question, what I'm doing there with such a small tool? What I'm doing the blending with such a small tool? Because this is a small tool, it won't allow me to do this line by line. So it's a little time consuming, yes, but it will let me make texture. If you're watching here, this is texture. I can make texture. If I'm using a big blender, I cannot make texture at all because everything that we're doing will be won't have any texture. And besides, sometimes lines are nice limiters. Yeah, they make a limit. So you know what part is the one that goes in where. So yeah, that is if you want me to respond to that question. Why you use the line art and then destroy it? Well, because that is the idea of the line art. Unless you are doing a comic or one of those illustrations that they relies on line art, mine doesn't rely on line art. Line art is a medium, is not the art per se. For many people, line art is their art. Not in my case. Uh, can you hear me? Now I'm supposed to have audio. Can you hear me now? So, let me know, guys, if I have audio. Yeah, as far as I know right now, my audio is looking like I have audio. Let me see my audio right now. Yeah, I have audio. My BN800 have audio. I don't know the others. So if you guys can help me do a favor for me. Can you check if I have audio? Okay. Yeah, what happened is I was totally in silence and I was doing this. And by the way, I wasn't talking, so I have like what is this called? You have a filter that eliminates noise, so background noises and that kind of stuff. So you cannot hear much of me. So yeah, thank you for the input. And if you know if I don't have audio or something is here in bad audio, let me know. I'll check in my stuff. Constantly monitoring this stuff. We are almost done with this. Well, not done with the paint, but almost done with this stage. We just try to make the let me see how this guy looks. Okay, looks better. See, we just get rid of all this big stuffy like the big black lines, so we can just go right now. And then next stage is creating the light. For creating the lights, we are going to do hard light, which is in the what is this? We're creating the first. We go to the or the blending stuff, and we select hard light. So while we select hard light anyway, we select hard light because we want to use light, and because if you select hard light, nothing it's just from the mid-range of the gray, actually the light gray, up. So it will check everything up, but everything down won't be, won't be considered by the tool. So you can just work with the different kinds of, textures. For example, let me show you this. We're gonna start, painting some light in the part of the here. So we go this place, yeah, and then if I'm making some light here, and it is on light because I need to not see the light, application of light in my things. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to do in some part, let's say this part here, let's say this part. making a little more dramatic. So we are just applicating the light this part because I want to make it a little dramatic. And then we go to our little friend, the blender, and we start blending up. And voila! You see how this is, is appearing to be part of the original design. It's in another layer, by the way. You have to have this in another layer because you cannot have like multiply and highlight in the same space. It's like water and oil. They don't mix well. Okay? So we are doing right now some kind of lights because we need these lights because they are, how can I say it, more dramatic. We need a little more contrast in the light because my lighting has to be dramatic. Yeah, I want to have some dramatic lighting, not the regular kind of lighting. So yeah, we are doing some lighting, see? So we are going to do more lighting for the nose. Uh, yeah, something like this. Something like this. Yeah, here. Okay. This is the application of sunlight, and we're going to start doing this. Okay. See, we're doing the light and the skin a little more. The character. So see the application of this. And it's so simple. It's not, the big deal. It's so simple. You can just do. It's so simple, so easy. Mhm. See how we're doing the texture in this thing? It's super. It's easy. If you think about it, this is easy. And yeah, then we can do this guy is like this. So I'm gonna make this because I'm gonna make some little lines here. Okay, let me tell you about my technique to use in blenders. I'm not blending everything. I'm just blending just the top at the bottom. Sometimes I'll leave this part a little intact so it will blend. See? See that texture? That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Voila. See this? Okay. This is it. So we are gonna do exactly the same with our friends in the in this weird eyebrows. Very weird. And also in this part too. Okay. So let's continue with this guy here. I'm gonna make something here. So we're gonna make some light here. Okay, let me explain this. In nature, exists. Okay, well, what is a shape? A shape is a form. What is a form? A form is something made of a solid object. How we distinguish a shape? Okay, we distinguish based on light. How is the theory of light going there? Well, the radiation of the light goes into the shapes and, is refracted. It doesn't go through, it's just reflected. That means that for that reflection, we have shadows. And the shade is what reveals the shape of an object. So if we have to have an object, we need shade and light. Light will reflect on in the object and will leave a shade in some part, and that shade will dictate the form of the shape and the shape of the object. That's what the shade is for. So this is a little theory about, you know, Art 101. Something is you go to art school, somebody will teach you. Lucky you, I never went to art school. I took one or two courses, but probably speaking, it's not art school. Everything that I'm doing is pretty much an observation. I know the technique, but I have this model right there, and it's observation. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, it should be observation first. Once you have the observation, you will start trying to accomplish what you have in mind for this subject, creation, culture, or whatever you're doing. So we have this light. This is the light that made the contrast. So how is this contrast done? Okay, let me show you how. So okay, because I need to do this. Okay, see, this is the contrast. It's dictating the shape of this object of my friend there. So this is pretty much a light. That is a texture, applying a light. So we continue applying some light here. Oh, the texture. Oh yeah. So we do have some light here. Yeah. We'll apply this light. Oh, let me save this before. By the way, this is the second time that I have to tell you something. Well, if you want to get this little guy here for you, totally free, just click and subscribe, because at the end of the next week, I will be doing a totally random draw, and I will pick one of my followers, of my subscribers, the one that I actually have not used their subscription as private, but the public subscription, and I will, you know, pick one, put it in a basket, and just drop a name, pick a name, and that person will be the owner of this guy, digital. I will send them to the email of that person, and I will put like some kind of dedicatory or something, like a little message in there, and I will actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I will make a little video of me doing that dedicatory and talking to that person. Okay? Well, let's go. Just go click and subscribe. It's super easy. If you go to my YouTube, just go click and subscribe, and you can have this little fella in your collection of original characters, OZ. Okay, so yeah. I guess it's okay. Oh yeah, let me do this. Idea smaller. Hmm. Okay, this is not a color, but anyway, yeah. Anyway. Too big. Make it smaller. Yeah, way better. Yeah, perfect. Mm-hmm. In this case, yeah, something like in the middle. And yeah, the middle. Perfect. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're almost done here. We're almost done. This guy. Wow, it looks great. Let me see. Well, guys, this is it. I'm finished, and I will make a little more details later on. And but pretty much this is it. And
Well, thank you so much for joining me. This is God. I'm a professional illustrator. Thank you for joining my channel. And just remember, this guy will be, might be, just for free next week. And then next week, I will do a draw, totally like old school draw. And I will pick one fortunate guy or girl who might be the next owner of this guy, digitally speaking. Well, and also I will make a video of me doing a little dedicatory or a little praise and my signature in my tablet here for you. So just don't forget, go click and subscribe on my YouTube channel. Go click and subscribe. And just remember, thank you for so much for joining me. And this program was brought to you by Click Studio Paint. Just go and check the link of the Click Studio Paint. And the best thing to pay this artist for his time is go click and subscribe on YouTube. Help me monetize this channel. And once again, thank you so much for joining me. And let me remind you, if it's something, if somebody asks you to do something for free, nah, that's not meant to be. Because we artists charge. We don't work for free. And thank you so much for joining me. And just remember, click and subscribe my YouTube channel and go to my social media, my Twitter, and my other programs. My other, like my Instagram. You just click and subscribe there. I'm putting all my art that I'm making on time on there. Thank you so much again. Doing this a lot of time. And just remember, there's a click for Click Studio Paint. Also, if you want to help this artist, go buy me a coffee. There's a link for coffee.com. You can just buy me a coffee, just $3. Also, there is a link for PayPal and the header of this channel, and you can help me out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.